Hi everyone, I'm Julie Van Cleve, back with episode 2 of quilt making for the women's 50th anniversary of women's rowing at UW. And right now I'm going to go through some of the shirts that Sue Ela so generously gathered and donated herself, and give you a sense of what we're going to end up with our 1970s quilt. Okay, this is our early days quilt. So we start off, we've got an awesome puppy chow shirt from 1979. An early Wisconsin rowing shirt. I had one of these back in the day. Everyone enjoyed those. A Mad City t-shirt. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. I used to have one myself. A lot of us wore them because we furnished our own t-shirts, and this was the most popular t-shirt in Madison in its day. Got here, Olympic Sculling Camp, Long Beach, 1976. This is so cool. This shirt was where all the action was. And I've got a shirt here I think a number of you will find immediately familiar. The Wisconsin Athletic Department. It doesn't have an XL on it, but you can see the collar's a little worn here, so it's really ready to turn into a great addition to our quilt. And then we have this super original Wisconsin Crew, and it looks like Crew is backwards for some reason, and I don't know why. I'd love to know the story. These and more will be part of our quilt. And next up, I'll show you how I turn those t-shirts into quilting squares. So now we're going to cut these t-shirts into quilting squares. And what we really want to do is maximize the design on the front of the quilt and avoid having too much just blank t-shirt space. So the philosophy of these is, instead of having all the same size squares, that the square would be really just incorporating the design of the particular t-shirt. So what I have are some clear plexiglass templates, and they're all multiples of 4 inches. So I start as little as a 4-inch by 4-inch template, and one that's the most common is a 12-inch by 12 inches. This is the most popular t-shirt design size. And I have all kinds of ones in between, where it's 8 by 12, 8 by 16, 4 by 8, you get the idea. And then I put them together like a puzzle once I have the t-shirts all cut out. So what I do for a t-shirt, now here I've got a 1978 Midwest shirt, and just looking at it, I can see it's a 12-inch by 12-inch design. And I would put that on here, and I have a tape measure, and I center it very carefully so the design is exactly centered within this. And then I use a rolling cutter and cut out my designs. Here's this Mad City shirt again, and it's also 12 by 12, and I can cut this. The neckline comes a little high, so it won't be exactly centered, but it'll look very centered. Then there's other t-shirts that will make me work a little bit harder than that. So for instance, I have a Sculling Camp shirt like this, and it's, you can see at 12 by 12, I run into all kinds of problems with this shirt and everything in terms of, not having sleeves. The design is very close to the neckline. So what I do is I find, in this case it's 8 by 12, I can either make it a little lower and not centered, or I can actually pick up a little bit of the neckline, fill that in with my sewing machine with some fabric from the rest of the shirt, and square this off another way. So what I'm going to do is go through this pile of t-shirts and cut them down in order to give me the building blocks to build the quilt.